Good evening, everybody. I'm Johnny K with the We the People of RI Free Speech TV show. This is Around the Table with We the People, and we're at Rocky Point Pub in Warwick. We're going to have a thought-provoking conversation today on the health care bill that was passed yesterday, Sunday.
Much against the will of all of us.
Absolutely. So, if anybody out there in TV land has a thought that is provoked by what you hear tonight with these people or anything else you might hear on the show tonight, feel free to call 781-5602. Leave your thoughts on that answering machine, and we'll make sure and air them on the next episode. I'd like to introduce Paul LaRue.
Nice to meet you all.
Doreen Costa.
Nice to meet you.
And Joe Procaccini.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, we're just gonna shotgun this, and we're gonna talk about the health care bill. I'm gonna start off with Doreen. I'm sure that there's not too many people happy with what just happened Sunday, and we'll start with Doreen. And Doreen, are you in favor of this health care bill that was passed yesterday?
No, not even close. I've been fighting this for about a year now, since it actually came into play. I've been at every health care reform meeting. I've been at every town hall meeting there has been in the state. I haven't missed anything. The problem I have with this health care bill is that nobody's read it. Okay? How can you pass a bill that your congressmen and your senators have not read? For instance, I went to Washington on Thursday, and I visited Congressman Langevin's office. And while I'm there, he's talking to me about how good the bill is. And I said to him, Congressman, a member of your staff is actually trying to pull the bill up online as we speak. So how are you telling me what's so good about this bill when it's not even online yet and you haven't printed it up? But he still continued, and he continually lied to me. And that's twice that I've encountered. 3 times I've talked to him and can't get the truth out of anyone. That's why I can't wait for this election, because there's going to be a lot of changes in Washington, in Rhode Island. I say vote him out. You with me, guys?
Yes.
Vote him out.
Absolutely.
Not one of them deserves their job back. Not one. And I'm saying that on behalf of everyone out there in this country who doesn't have a job right now, is afraid of losing their job, and our so-called leaders down in Washington, instead of making sure that people are able to keep their jobs, they're trying to ram something down our throats that we didn't ask for, clearly don't want, and have said over and over again that we don't want. That's not representative leadership.
First of all, I agree with everything that Doreen and Paul just said, and I want to applaud you, Doreen, for you're welcome for going all the way down to Washington and going to Langevin's office. I think it's great that you made the effort to do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and this health care bill, I think, is one of the worst things that is happening to this country right now. What in particular bothers me about it, aside from the fact that more than half the people in the country don't want it and it still got passed, is that if you look at what we have now, which is, it's not perfect, and you compare that to a socialized health system, this bill is literally the worst of both worlds. If you take everything that makes our system undesirable and everything that makes universal health care undesirable, it's all in this bill, because you have big government involvement, poor quality health care, and higher taxes with this bill, plus the insurance companies and the pharmaceutical companies are making a lot of money. So it's, I just think it's horrible, and it's unfortunate that nobody has read the bill.
Yeah, I think right now what everybody needs to do, I think at least 2 things need to be done. We need to do everything we can to try to get the bill repealed. I mean, it's going to be a long shot doing that, since we all tried not to get it, tried to not get it passed, and getting it repealed is going to be even harder, but I think we should try. And also, everybody should be trying to assert state sovereignty rights, and if you have any way of getting a lawsuit filed against the federal government for passing a bill like this by calling the Attorney General, you should do that. And but basically, 9 states, yeah, 9 states are already doing that. So I think there's a better chance that you can protect yourself from this bill with the state than by getting the federal government to reverse it. So, but get the bill repealed and do whatever you can at the state level to try and protect everyone in the state from it. So,
Okay,
thank you.
If I could jump in here for a second, I'd like to make a comment on what both my esteemed partners in crime here have said. beginning with my fellow scout brother down at the other end of the table here. You know, it's kind of funny. You talked about like the insurance companies. Now, Obama has continually tried to demonize the insurance companies there. Yet, somehow, he's mandating that we all buy their product. And yet, somehow, the premiums are not going to go up, which makes me think here, let's pretend that I own all the McDonald's in the country. If I get the government to pass a law saying you all have to eat lunch there 5 days a week, let me tell you, burgers are not going to be cheap anymore. The rates are going to go up for that, and that's a fact, and you can take that to the bank. Now, as far as why Congressman Langevin and all the rest of the clowns and criminals down in Washington haven't read the bill is because they don't have to. None of this is going to apply to them. They have their own private health insurance companies that work for them, that take care of them and their staff. They're not going to be part of the great unwashed mass of people like us who are going to be affected by this thing they've railroaded through. That's why they don't have to read it, because it doesn't matter to them. It's the same reason they don't have to worry about gas prices going up, because we pay for their gasoline, just like we pay for everything else for them.
I'd just like to make one more point. I think Congress and our elected officials forget that they actually work for us, okay? More than 50% of the American people did not want this bill passed, okay? According to the Constitution, they are there to represent us, okay? What is going on down there? They don't care. This is all about history, okay? If I hear the word history one more time, I swear to God, I'm going to just go berserk, okay? Everything this president does, everything Nancy Pelosi does, everything this administration does is historic, okay? We need to get over that, because next week they're going to start illegal immigration reform. The following week after that, they're going to go back to cap and trade. What is next?
You mean they're not going to talk about helping to create jobs or anything?
What is the problem with that? This should be his main focus, not health care, not illegal immigration. Okay, you need to focus on the economy, and the people need to go back to work.
And until they start doing that, I think they need to be in fear of their jobs, like the rest of us are.
That's what I like to say. That's what bugged me about this, is that 53, I guess like the mainstream media polls were 53% of the American people were against this bill. Our elected officials, their constituents, did not listen to, they ignored. Our elected officials ignored their constituents. And we'll get back to this conversation after these messages. I'm gonna start this out by breaking down a few numbers and how it's totally illogical with just 3 things. And we'll be back after these messages, and I'll be back with my 3 things. Thank you.